Hey folks, this is Steve with Adventure Outdoors, and today's video is about exploring and finding something really cool. While kayak fishing on a river, I see a creek that I really did not know about and don't know where it goes. When faced with the unknown, what do? You take your kayak up the creek and see if you can figure out what's up there. Well, I gotta say, the reward on this little exploration really paid off. So here I am. I'm in my Hobie Outback, and luckily this little creek was fairly deep enough for me to get to the end. And right here is where I'm beginning to see what was at the end of this creek. I had no idea that there was a dead end to it, but on the way up there I kept thinking I heard water, and I couldn't determine if it was water or the wind in the trees. It was a fairly windy day, and as I got closer I thought, oh my lord, I think I have found a waterfall. And when I get there I see this big pool of water, so of course I've got to grab my fishing rod, and because I have no idea what's in it. I don't know if there's any fish or not. So first thing I got to do is don't want to spook anything, so I want to toss a bait and see if there's anything there before I go any further. A couple casts and nothing's happening, so it's time to walk up through here and see what we got. Now this large pool of water right here, crystal clear. Although the video may not show, it's literally crystal clear. I don't see any fish or anything like that. And probably at the deepest point in the center, it was about 4 foot deep. Water was cold, and I'm wondering, where is this source of water? So I decided to literally risk my life. That's right, risk my own life to explore, get up to the top of this rock and see what's up there. Just kidding about the risk my life part. But there is a dam. It's a man-made dam, and it's probably, if I had to guess, I don't know, 150 years old. It was extremely old. So this creek up at the top had been dammed, and there was a man-made wall going probably another 50 feet or something. They had diverted this creek, and now the creek is taking a loop around this giant rock, and at the top the man-made wall and the man-made dam, and then it flows, cascades into that waterfall down to the creek. It was just a really, really beautiful sight to see. That flat spot right there on the left of the screen, top left, that looked like the original dam, and it's made of all kind of rocks and slate, and it's like some kind of old concrete mixture. So right here I decided to come down, and not a soul knows where I'm at. So I want to be a little bit careful and try not to kill myself or end up at the bottom down there with bones sticking out my leg and no one having a clue of where I am, and there's no cell reception. So taking one last gander, looking at all this stuff, and I'm gonna head on back down. Now, I had been fishing with my buddies Mark Patterson and Thomas Farlow, but I had left them behind, and they would have probably eventually found me had I not shown up. Alright, let's just shimmy on down on my rear end for this last little section. I also just take the time just to sit here and take it all in. It's just such a pretty little spot. Now, the adventure wifey, she has a thing for rocks. So I spot this piece of quartz, pretty cool looking rock, so I figured I would bring it home, and she likes to put rocks like that from different places we go into her rock garden. Nothing wrong with scoring a few points with the adventure wifey. So as I head back to my kayak, let me just say this. This is kind of a secret spot, and I don't share these spots on social media, not publicly, but this spot is easily accessible to anyone with a kayak. It's near the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and if you would like to visit this place yourself, here's all you have to do, and I'll be happy to share this location with you, and how to get there is on my channel page on YouTube. There is an About button. If you click that About button, you'll be able to send me an email. So if you send me an email and ask me where this is, I'll be happy to share it with you, but I generally don't post places like this for public consumption. But it is easy to get to, and I tell you what, on a hot August day, that pool of water being nice and cold, I am going to soak in that and probably have an ice cold beer beside the waterfall. But anyway, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you real soon in the next video.